This game is rated E10 for ages 10 and up. For more information, please go to esrb.org.
Hello everyone! That's a dragon. Kirby Volt here, but you can call me KV. And we're gonna go beat up this dragon because we can, and because we need to, and because on the last log of Tears of the Kingdom, we explored the depths a bit more, got some more light roots there, all good stuff, and then continued on our path to getting paintings across all the stables. And we do need to get a painting here, but the painting requires a nice atmospheric shot of this particular area, and fortunately I have a feeling that our good Fire Gleeok friend here, who's not our friend, and maybe isn't good, I don't know, is going to probably be a bit of a problem when we're trying to take that picture. So let's just get rid of the problem, you know? Get rid of it. Okay, unbearable heat, but fireproof, but... Okay, unbearable heat. Is that... Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, unbearable heat's not the same as fireproof. Okay. So, okay, there we go. But we're also on fire. So, that maybe... Sure. We'll go with that. Thanks, Tulin. Tulin's always got my back. Also, I think this Flame Gleeok is, like, not very powerful, because that damage is quite substantial. But also, we've been fighting, like, nothing but King Gleeoks recently, so anything is going to look a bit more pathetic compared to that. It's fine, though. I don't think we've actually slain a Flame Gleeok yet. We've slain a Thunder, an Ice, and at least 2 King Gleeoks, but not a Flame one. So oopsies there. I think there's still the very obvious one that's on the Hylia Bridge that I have not slain yet, and I should probably take care of that. But it's just gonna respond anyways with the Blood Moon, so probably no reason to do that right now. I mean, it's nice to have it out of the way so that you can just take that as a shortcut across the bridge, but it's also in a kind of an inconvenient location. Like, here's not too bad. Like, there are some spots we could fall off here, but it's still a bit more open compared to the Hylia Bridge. Yeah, we're gonna eat some heat resistance. Okay, heat resistance. And admittedly, the armor we have on right now is not upgraded that much. It's upgraded like, I think twice at least, but not to the fullest. We have better equipment for taking on other Gleeoks that aren't the flame ones right now. But let's see, can we... yeah, I don't think we're going to waste that entire 10 minutes of the flame resistance. The heat resistance, rather. But I guess it's also kind of a thing, is the Flame Gleeok is technically giving off 2 status effects. It's giving off the heat, and it's giving off the burn. And obviously, you're only going to get burned if you go into the fire, but still, that's still a problem. So we just gotta be a bit more careful. And by a bit more careful, I mean just whack it until it's gone. Or whack it till the Master Sword's gone. That's fine too. Yeah, let's use our Marble Goma Hammer. Yeah, we got this last time from beating up Marble Goma in the depths. And all of the bosses in the depths, where you can rematch them, which I really enjoy, you will get a piece of the boss that you can use, and it's usually like high quality stuff. So how do I do this with you? What do you do? Because if we have the ice makes the platforms, lightning, you just make a giant ball of fire. Okay. Okay, and that makes big updraft. Alright. Kind of weak sauce, in my opinion. I think the way... Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, so I think the Flame Gleeoks are the worst. I have someone telling me that like Thunder Gleeoks are the hardest or something, but I don't. My ranking probably goes right now, as silly as this sounds. Thunder Gleeok, Ice Gleeok. Wait, no. Oh, from easiest to hardest. My bad. Okay. Anyways, it's gone. Easiest to hardest. The ranking for me personally goes. Thunder Gleeok is the easiest. Then the Ice Gleeok. Then the King Gleeok. And then the hardest is the Flame one. Not because, like, it definitely has less health than the King Gleeok, and it obviously can't do as much. But the thing is, with the King Gleeok, you have the Ice and the Thunder with it, so you can easily maneuver up there. That Flame one, with that big ball of fire, that as you saw, if I got hit by one of those again, didn't heal, I would have died. So, definitely a bit more scary, in my opinion. I'm gonna take that shield. You don't deserve it. It's mine now. I mean, you can have the shield if you want, but also I think you want me dead, and I kind of don't want that, so I'm gonna just beat you up with this marbled Goma rock. I'm not gonna be holding on to it, because if we can refight the bosses, I mean, if they're in the depths, they'll probably respawn, and therefore we can always go get another one, so it's not that big of a deal. Anywho's. That's nothing I can pick up? That's nothing I can pick up. We need to get a picture, I believe, of the sunsets shimmering right over these ruins. Right over these. I don't know how we're gonna... What was that? Was that... There's a shadow of something, and I was like, is that an island? Was that Yunobo? Well, guess we're gonna have to wait now. And anytime I close the... Oh, oops, starting to get cold out. Oh, well, I already put my cold clothes on. I just realized that. I was like, oh man, it's starting to get cold out. Oh. Past me was way ahead of myself. Alright, so I'm putting out that wood just in case we need to pass time. This is fine. Man, we haven't explored like any of this area. Okay. The wood's gonna despawn now, but alright, past me. Oh, I need to cut down some trees? Or are you thinking this isn't the right area? I think it is. Where are we going? Were we going to take the picture? No, I think you had the right area. That's Rito Village over there. I'm guessing because it didn't show up and I'm like, oh boy, it should have been sunset. I'm just kind of doubting everything now. So, we'll see if, Ooh, I need that. Thank you. We'll see if Past Me catches up with what they should be catching up with. Which I know is not very descriptive, but it's fine. Where are we going? Meh. Right now, I think my goal is, because I do want to start, like, I am getting that itch to actually start streaming more, even though I haven't done it since that one stream I told you about from a while back now. But I thought of ideas. I have new games to play, and I have new ideas for what I want to do. But I also need to... The goal I have to set for myself is I need to make sure that I am at least 10 videos ahead before I can start streaming. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but the problem is that 10 videos ahead, this video that I'm recording right now is something going to be released the next day, so I'll be 0 videos ahead then. So I need to really find some time to kind of scrunkle down. Don't think that's the right way to use that word, but just to, you know... I'm gonna double down on using it, though. I need to find the right time to scrunkle down, and then just get these logs knocked off. Because we're over halfway, and I'm extremely happy about that. I know we still have quite a bit to go. In this particular segment of the game, I remember being the longest for me playing, even though a lot of the logs are quite shorter than some of the ones we've done in the past. But I remember that this segment was pretty long because I remember this entire... Oh, there's no Swift Violet there, dude. Dude. Aw, man. Swift Violet. You need that. But this was the point when I was doing the initial recordings back then that I was like, yeah, I'm going to call this the stable arc because we're going to all the stables, get all the paintings. It's part of the Tier Saga, and the Tier Saga is extremely long because it's basically, oh, well, at least there's Swift Violet here. Tier Saga is basically, after we have all the stages, it's now the Tier Saga. When does the Tier Saga end? When we get all the tiers. Are we gonna get all the tiers? Maybe? I think we might actually get a tier in this log. And you'll know if we do, because either that will be the thumbnail, or you'll watch the rest of the log and find out. I'm gonna guess right now Future Me is probably gonna pick the big ball of fire as the thumbnail, because that's definitely a bit more interesting. Or the photo. Not to say that the memory won't be interesting either, because the cutscenes are always great. But gotta diversify and also keep you guessing as to what's going to happen. Unless I tell you right now. There's a Violet. No, Swift. Ah, man. So, where are we gonna get the sunset? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Swiftly go by the days. I did tech production on, I did tech for school production of Fiddler on the Roof, and I remember some of those song lyrics, but not all of them. You know, there's the song about drinking to life. And there's the song about the Fiddler on the Roof, which is actually about introducing all different factions and of their extremely traditional society that sounds kind of like a pain in the butt to live in, so I'm with most of the girls that went, no, screw tradition. And the guys too, but it was mostly the girls that went screw tradition because historically men are allowed to get whatever they want, which is not a good thing. Anyways, the point is that in Fiddler on the Roof there's a song called Sunrise Sunset. It closes out Act 1 of the musical. I think it does. Either it does, or there's a dance party. One of the two. Because it's set at... Okay. Well, since Past Me is just bumbling about trying to figure out this, I'll explain it. Okay, so in the musical Fiddler on the Roof... Fiddler on the Roof is about this Jewish community that is close to Russia or in Russia. It's never specifically stated in the context of the musical, but it is heavily implied. And it's probably based on something else before it became a musical in the first place. But in the musical, it centers on this milkman named Tevye, and he has 5 daughters. Now, this is considered not good, shame, because he doesn't have a son to inherit his name or whatever. It's some Something stupid like that. But yeah, so he's also not very wealthy because he's the milkman, and me, who loves milk, is like, what do you mean he's not wealthy? I freaking love milk. And it's like, the butcher's wealthy. I'm like, no, you, I don't want to eat. There's a lot of meat there's a lot of meats I do not want to eat. So why is the butcher wealthy? That's stupid. The milkman should be wealthy. Anyways, he's upset that he's not wealthy. He's upset that he has 5 daughters because he didn't produce any sons that would, I guess, go on to... Their community is weird. They have the mamas, the papas, the daughters, and the sons. And the papas are the head of the household. The mamas are the wives that are betrothed to their husbands by a matchmaker, because that was a good idea at the time, I guess. The sons will inherit all the family wealth, I guess, or something like that, and they will carry on the family name, therefore they're more important. And the daughters are just bodies to be wed to the sons to become papas and mamas so that they can continue on the tradition. It's not really good. It's very stupid when you think about it. It's too long. Anyways, that's their basis of society, and the whole musical is about how it gets uprooted because Tevia's eldest daughter, who is to be set to marry the butcher, who again is apparently the wealthiest guy in town because he's the butcher, she's set to be married to this guy because the matchmaker said that that's what they should do, and everyone follows the matchmaker like gospel, even though the matchmaker herself is not married, and seems kind of like a gossiper that probably shouldn't be allowed in that kind of power, but, whatever. Go on. That's your society, I guess. However, Tevia's eldest daughter is in love with this tailor. I forget the names of the characters. I remember Tevia, and I remember Yentl. Yentl is the name of the matchmaker, who I hate. I think she is a terrible person. She's probably fine, but she's perpetuating the society that's very dumb, that is like, oh, we gotta, just betroth our daughters to these other people because money and stuff, and it's just like, that's stupid. Anyways, Tevia's eldest is in love with this tailor, and they basically are like, hey man, we're going to elope unless you approve our marriage, because we're actually marrying for love instead of just, the stupid things that society wants us to marry for, which is money and sustainability, which, in essence, I can understand the argument for that, but also the butcher is like, oh, it had to be at sunrise? I thought it'd be at sunset. Sunrise, sunset. Swiftly go by the days. Okay. But the butcher is, like, older than Tevia, so it's, like, it's kind of creepy when you think about it. So, yeah, I don't care how well you're going to get how off you're going to be. So she's like, no, I disapprove of this. I'm going to marry this guy because we love each other. And Tevia has to eventually relent. It's like, okay, we got to do it this way because this is what my daughter wants. I'm going to respect my daughter's wishes. And everyone in the town's like, oh, what? Respecting a woman's wishes? How dare you? And it's just like, well, but shut up. And then his second eldest daughter ends up running away with this teacher who's being persecuted because he's teaching stuff. And I don't think the Russian Empire likes that he's doing that? ? I don't remember the exact context. And then his third eldest daughter falls in love with a Russian guy, and they just leave. Like, the eldest daughter gets the most development time, because that's like the majority of Act 1. The second eldest gets pretty decent development time with the teacher character, because the teacher shows up in Act 1, and they kind of like keep moving along until eventually halfway through Act 2 they've left and they've gone together because they love each other. And then the third one's just like, yeah, I like this Russian guy. And it was just like, oh, okay, that kind of came out of nowhere, but all right, cool. Maybe my production of it, my school production, didn't go into like the nuance of it, but it was just kind of like, oh yeah, I don't know why, just left. So Tevye is left with his 2 younger daughters and his wife, and it's just like, I wonder if I've made the right choice. And it's kind of like, well, yeah, you're respecting their wishes. You're understanding, like, yeah, there's more to life than just riches and fame, because that's kind of what Tevia's motivation through all this, which is why he agreed to the butcher thing in the first place, is that if his elder daughter married the butcher, he'd get a lot of money for it. And so by rejecting that, he's rejected money that he would have loved to have gotten, but he also has like the approval of his daughter, and it's kind of more of like, yeah, love is a very powerful thing. And like even he and his wife, who were betrothed to each other, like have this dialogue / it's a song in the musical where they discuss like, hey, do we actually like really love each other? Because like look what our daughters are doing, like they're actually finding love, and like we were just kind of forced into this, and is this fair to us? So I don't know what that is either. Future past me, that is a mystery. I know totally what that is actually past me, but you just pointed out because you wanted to point it out. I bet you weren't expecting this past me. I bet you weren't expecting when you were looking at the map that I'd be explaining the plot of Fiddler on the Roof with this voiceover right now. Yeah, that looks like something we could go into, but I don't know what we're supposed to do about that. So we could probably just go turn the picture, but I think I want to solve that, or solve this, because it's right there. Yeah, easy Korok puzzle. And Tevye and his wife are both like, yeah, you know what? Actually, we've kind of like fallen in love as we've been together. So yeah, even the circumstances of how we became husband and wife weren't to what we would have preferred, because that's what our daughters are doing right now. We still are comfortable with this life. And then the Russians come and just kick them out of the town. They have to go somewhere else. That's the end of the show. Like, I'm guessing it was based on something, because the ending kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, it doesn't come out of nowhere completely, because the entire idea of it is uprooting tradition. So, why do they all live in this town? Tradition. Why do they have these archetypes of what the positions of the family are? Tradition. Like, that's, like, a huge part of it. So when they finally get kicked out of the town, it's like, Tevye's had the wake-up call the entire time of like, hey man, and maybe following this tradition stuff is kind of BS. So when the entire town gets kicked out of the town, it's like they're having the wake-up call of like, oh, maybe we also need to let go of tradition. But also, knowing the historical context as to why that probably happened is a bit more depressing, and the show doesn't go into that, so yeah. And also, if you're wondering, why is it called Fiddler on the Roof? It's because Tevye equates their lifestyle as like, we have set values and set core principles that separate us from being someone crazy, like, you know, a fiddler on the roof. But the reality is that a fiddler on the roof sounds cool as hell, and we should probably try to be more like a fiddler on the roof than just being stuck in these asinine systems that oftentimes are kind of stupid. And yeah. It's a good show. It has some good music. I have not represented it properly whatsoever. But anyways, that's where the song Sunrise Sunset is from. Or, if you grew up watching Disney home videos, like to home direct to VHS movies or direct to DVD movies, you probably heard the Sunrise Sunset song in The Lion King 1.5. But it's originally from the Fiddler on the Roof. Anyways, if you haven't seen it, I check out the music at least, because I think the music still pretty holds up. I will say, yeah, the plot is dated. I don't know if I agree with everything that the musical has to say, but I think it is a good idea in the right direction. Oh, look! There's a cute little drawing of the Dondons! The Dondonzos! Oh, look at them! I just know for our production of Fiddler on the Roof, we had our main orchestra pit in the back of the stage. So, when the final song comes, where they are all getting kicked out of town, because that's the end of the show, all the townspeople get on this walkway as they walk off stage, and eventually the entire pit orchestra also gets up and starts walking off stage. And I thought that was really cool. That was a good way to incorporate the musical part behind it besides just the actors on stage. Anyways, enough about Fiddler on the Roof. Yeah, well, I got your picture. Do you spot a fiddler on the roof in it? Sounds crazy, no? But here in our village of Anatevka, it could be one of us. I think number 2 looks the best. Are you gonna go with number 1? Alright, alright. It does capture the sun, like the sunrise exactly, like kind of, oh, not completely center, but mostly center-ish. If you want my opinions on other musical theater, don't ask, because I have some very, I would say, controversial opinions about some musicals. Honestly, I like this edition of this painting to the stable, because this, like, the Octorok Lake one, I'm kind of like, whatever, but this particular one, like, just, I like the ones where you have to purposely kind of get a scenic type of mood, a specific type of mood for the setting, so in case sunrise. And it just complements the geography so well that it always looks good. Like, I'm sure you could probably take a better picture than I could, and it'll still look as good or even better. You could take a worse picture than I did, and it'll probably still look amazing because of the context of this. The Octorok one was just like, hey man, wait for it to rain a little bit, and then the Octoroks fold up, or filled up, and it's like, okay, I guess. I wanted to know what the next pony point reward is, and it's not telling me. Alright, well, now that we've done all of that, all the one thing, we fought a Gleeok, which was fun. And then we took a while to take that one photo. Oh, don't forget to mark the stable. Pass me? You didn't mark the stable. Pass me? You gotta mark the stable. Oh. Okay, alright. I mean, don't do that, that's fine. So, if I was a bit more strict of how I would be doing the, like, video when it gets uploaded, time code would be, we fight Gleeok. Next time code, discusses streaming for, like, 5 seconds. Next time code, Fiddler on the Roof. It was just like, what? What are we doing here? We don't need to get... Oh, I think there's actually a stable that wants us to get a picture of the Ice Gleeok, so... Time for some more Gleeok fighting. Alrighty, right. So now I'm on, like, now I was talking about Fiddler on the Roof, I'm like on the musical tangent. I really want to talk about musicals, but I don't know if that people are going to be interested in me talking about musicals. Like Avenue Q, or Guys and Dolls, or... There's a lot of Skylands you haven't been to, apparently. Alright. Ones I will not talk about because I don't like them. Wicked, Phantom of the Opera, almost anything done by Andrew Lloyd Webber. I know it's not technically, it was never technically on Broadway, but Little Shop of Horrors is technically a Broadway show, and Little Shop of Horrors is fantastic. I watched a documentary on Howard Ashman today, and I'm just, man, that dude was so cool. taken from us way too soon. Oh, I guess I'm not fighting a nice Gleeok. I'm gonna do whatever this is. Okay. I'm game, I guess. Is this just a cave? Oh, I guess it's just a cave now. Oh, and it has one of the things for Iju in here. Okay, cool. Sure, I guess. What is in here? Large Really? Really? That seems extremely anticlimactic for what you needed to do. You need to have completed the Gerudo Temple, the Lightning Temple, in order to get that, because Viju won't follow you outside of the main Gerudo Desert. That was it? Just Lord Zonite? Like, at least a Sage's Vow would have been nice, but okay. Whatever. Ooh, there goes the blizzard to die in the freezing cold. Okay, so where are we going next then, past me? I don't think he's thought that far ahead yet. Which is fair. Because he's me, and I also have not thought that far ahead. Alright, snow boots for quicker movement. Word is, the snow boots help you move. Okay, transport. Well, no, you're still moving on your own. It's not taking you somewhere. Okay, momentum. Well, no, that's what you get once you stop after you've moved. Movement, there we go. Anytime I tell you my brain is slow, this is what I mean, is that I clearly had the idea of what I wanted to say, but I did not have the right thought process as to what I should be saying. I haven't played it, but I would probably associate, just based on the images I've seen of it, is the way my brain works is Baba is you logic. So, boots are transport. Wait, no, that's not it. Boots are momentum. Wait, that's not it. Boots are movement. Yes, there we go. I guess it's just programming in general, because I think that's kind of like the thought process behind Baba's You is that basically, what if you had a game that like visualized how programming works? Again, I haven't played it, so I shouldn't be making that assumption, but I'm sure people who have played it can correct me if I'm wrong or not. I have played Game Builder Garage, which does have programming stuff in it. I didn't finish Game Builder Garage, but I did have a good fun play with it, and definitely checking out some of the user-created content, because, man, people went wild with that game for a bit. I know it wasn't as popular as, say, like Mario Maker, but there are people who are dedicated. If you can give them a system that can help them create, they can utilize that system to the best of their ability. And who knows, people who really flourish in that kind of environment can then go on to find their own method of their own type of system that works for them, so they can actually get to creating their own individual ideas. Okay, so we just need a picture of it. We don't need to fight it, per se. Okay, so I was right that we didn't need a picture of it, but... Oh, Forgotten Sword. We're not taking a picture of the Gleeok, we're taking a picture of the sword. Yeah, but what if we got the Gleeok in the picture? Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, that's pretty neat. See if we can get a more dynamic one. Ow. So, you'll notice that star defeated right there. I want to say that shows up earlier in the game than I'm thinking of it, but you recall quite a few logs ago we talked to a dude in Lookout Landing in their little camp underground, and they mentioned, hey, I have special rewards for you if you destroy all the big monsters around. So what they're talking about is destroying every major boss character that you can find in Hyrule. By defeating them once, it'll create that little star next to their health bar. So that way you'd have a tracker on which ones you've actually beaten or not. So from this point onward, if I so choose, which I think I did for a little bit, we can go and find all the monsters, the big boss monsters we haven't beaten, and use them, and beat them to get more of the stuff, which will give us a reward. It doesn't give us much, like, amazing stuff, from what I recall, but it is a nice, cute little reward to prove that you did it. That you went and conquered everything. Anyways, what stable needs this? This one? Bye-bye! I don't need to fight you. Bye-bye! Remember when I thought that little pond there was part of the smiley face? Good times. In fact, I think it's the exact same stable that won that smiley face in the first place. Just putting on my usual gear. Sure. No, this looks dumb. I don't want to wear them. I'll wear these instead. Whee! Oh, heat. Dang it. Forgot about that part. There, I'll wear these instead. Whee! Ooh, is that? No. That's Rustrum. That's not Swift Violet. Rip to that Swift Violet we missed. Alright, you're making salt, chili shroom, butter, and rice? Right, give me a sec, I'll give you your... Oh, shoot. It's not on fire yet. Hey, Doggo. Doggo, can you put it on fire, please? It's okay. You're a good boy. Just like my Doggo's a good boy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He's sitting right behind me, and the Doggo that reminded me that he was here, and that I wanted to give him a nice pet. And he looked at me like, what? Aren't you recording right now? And I was like, yeah, but I love my Doggo. Chili mushroom risotto. Okay. I thought it was like cheese. It was not cheese. That was the butter. Also, this heat resistance we've had... It has heat resistance for a while now. I got you something even better. I got you the ice Gleeok. Right next to the sword. And look at that ice Gleeok going. Yeah, I know I choose this one. The sword there is really just a prop for the picture of the ice Gleeok at this point. You can tell based on how I did the juxtaposition of that photo and the action the ice Gleeok did as to what was more important to me in the photo than the sword. But it does go over the sword, so kind of like it points out the sword a little bit. Oh hey, look! I just made that. he said we could swap them out. I think I thought about it. I was like, I don't like that smiley face picture. But I decided against it. Did I just see Addison and I didn't even realize it? Yeah, he's right there. Hey, Addison. Here's a big giant boulder. It'll help you probably, maybe. Except didn't. Here's 2 boulders! And here's another boulder! Let's just get you stuck in there. This'll be fine. Alright, can I talk to you? Oh no. There, it should be fine. Yeah, the power of boulders. You have to move them yourself, though. I'm not moving them. Well, thanks for the money. And chili mushroom rice balls. And the sleepover tickets I'm never going to use. Alrighty, well, where to next? Disaster in Gerudo Canyon. Oh, so you know what? I don't actually think we see memory on this one. I thought we did. I must have looked too far ahead at the logs I had to record. We either solve it right now, or Disaster in Gerudo Canyon is going to be the main focus for the next log. In addition to trying to get more paintings, of course. But we'll find out. Hello, Great Plateau. I like the part where you made this other great, I guess, plateau in the middle, so... Actually, I don't like that. I especially don't like that. I do not like that. Okay, so I think we're just gonna get set up to start doing the thing next time. Probably. Excuse me. Dig Dog Suspension Bridge. Mine. I know I've talked. Do you have a painting? Do you have a painting in your little shed of the mini stable? Want me to take a picture? Don't. Thanks, Sidon. I needed the water around me to collect the splash fruit to make sure it didn't splash on me. Alright, well, I think we're going to wrap it up for now. If you liked this video... Oh, you felt so clueless? Well, I've already been there, so, good luck. Anywho's. Did I do that? If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Don't have if you don't want to, but it's always appreciated. If you like what we see as far as the game goes, Tears of the Kingdom is playable on Nintendo Switch, hopefully playable on the Switch's successor. And of course, most importantly, I wish you all a wonderfully great day. I'll see you on the next log for more stuff in this valley.